Are we allowed to kiss?
Is that against the rules? There we go. I love it.
I like going back. Maybe.
That's one of me. Walk around because that looks like a lot of things.
Who presents this woman to be married to this man?
We do.
Love you. All right.
Dana, when I first met you, I never thought we would be standing here today. Is it because you were quiet, sweet, and innocent, and I was not those things? Yes it was. I guess love just has a funny way of working things out. To think we went from diving behind cars in a college parking lot to now pronouncing our love in front of our family and friends. I think it's safe to say we've come a long way. Along the way, I've found there are so many things that I love about you. I love the way you support me in everything I do. I love all of our inside jokes, the way you let me explain super nerdy things to you and you just sit there quietly pretending to care. That little smirk you get when I say something that's really funny, but you don't want to show that you think it's funny. And I love that you actually chose to take Freudinger as your last name, which is still a pretty questionable decision. We have made so many amazing memories over the years, and I am so excited to continue creating memories together as husband and wife. I can't wait to visit zoos, aquariums, and Disneyland as husband and wife. I can't wait to have so many random trips to Starbucks and ice cream places as husband and wife. I can't wait to just live every day with you as my wife. I don't know how to seamlessly transition into this, so let's get to the vows. I promise that I will let you steal all the sheets, but I also promise that I will make fun of you for it. I promise to be your biggest supporter and always be a hand or a pinky for you to hold. I promise to communicate as best I can and to lend an ear when you need to vent. I promise to do my best to make you smile as much as you make me smile. I promise to be by your side and that you will never have to face this world alone, even during hockey season. I love you, Dana.
Okay. Johnny, I can't believe this day is finally here. You like just yesterday, we were staying up until 3 a.m. talking on Snapchat about our favorite sad songs. Ironic. Bunnies or The Flash. Do you think I can barely make it past 9 p.m.? Every day that has passed on our journey together, I have fallen more and more in love with you. Gross. In the beginning of our relationship, forehead touches, I like yous, and eventually I love you. Seems to do the trick. But now I wish there was more I could say or do to show you what you mean to me. I don't think I will ever fully be able to put into words how you make me feel, but I promise to never stop trying to show you. as we take this large step together today, I want to make the following vows. I vow to never forget the many reasons I fell in love with you. We have a list. I vow to travel beside you through all of life's adventures and never stop fighting for us. I vow to watch all the good and sometimes bad hockey games, spelled with hockey, with you, and to pretend I know what is happening, which sometimes I do. I vow to give you as much or almost as much video game time as you could want or need. And most importantly, I vow to stand by your side forever. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Johnny, I'm like shaking. Sorry. You are my everything. I love you with all my heart and can't wait to be in life forever.
Welcome, family and friends. We are gathered here today from near and far to witness and celebrate the marriage of John Charles Freudinger and Dana Yvonne Braverman. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives together. Johnny and Dana have grown together for years, and we now bear witness to what their relationship has bloomed into. Today, they will affirm this bond both formally and publicly. So what is love? To quote Dr. Seuss, we are all a little weird, and life's a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall in mutual weirdness and call it love. And if the guy who wrote Green Eggs and Ham didn't summarize love well enough for you, I would then point to the example of love that I saw and continue to see between my parents. I see it in the little things my dad does for my mom, such as bringing home flowers. I see it in the pure joy that my mom gets when spending any amount of time with my father. But if you ask me what love is today, I can now point to two new people who exemplify this mutual weirdness that we call love. I can point to Johnny and to Dana. Now, to be honest, I can't believe I'm here today. Not because I didn't think they wouldn't end up together, but I still think they're kind of crazy for asking me to officiate. But as someone who's had the very fortunate circumstance to know them individually as good people and good friends for a number of years before they even started dating, it was very touching they both asked me to be involved. But as my dress size was a little too big to be the maid of honor, it made more sense for me to officiate. Anyway, to me, Johnny and Dana always made sense. I will say that there were a handful of people who just didn't get it. From their perspective, Johnny was maybe a little too rough around the edges, and Dana was a little too reserved, not someone who would go for a guy who wore earrings and couldn't be seen without a Blackhawks jersey on. So how could they ever end up together? Well, thanks to Snapchat and a little bunny named Chopper, they found each other, and their love story began. Now, for those of you who didn't bother to study Johnny and Dana's wedding website, Chopper belonged to Johnny's brother, Nick. Upon seeing Chopper, Johnny couldn't resist sending a picture of his cuteness over Snapchat, prompting Dana to respond. I mean, who could resist a cute bunny? And well, thanks to that bunny, Johnny got something he needed. Something that he could talk to Dana about. So Nick, good job on getting your brother's best wingman. Because after that, it was easy. From chatting on their phones, to after-class trips to fine dining establishments, such as In-N-Out, to moving in together and adopting their cat Deku, Johnny and Dana have made all the naysayers feel quite foolish on their journey to marriage. But how are we sure that Johnny and Dana are in love? Well, it's not because they had a whole bunch in common when they met. And it's not simply because opposites attract. You know that Johnny and Dana are in love because they actively find ways to get closer to one another, to spend time together, and to make each other happy. Let's consider some examples of this. As we said before, Johnny loves the Blackhawks. So what does Dana do? Knowing almost nothing about hockey, she becomes a Blackhawks fan, rocking her very own apparel, stolen from Johnny's closet. Dana's a die-hard Dodgers fan. So what does Johnny do? He abandons the White Sox to root for the Dodgers. Probably the second best decision he's ever made, besides proposing to Dana. Dana wanted to go to the Jonas Brothers concert. Guess who becomes a Jonas Brothers fan? Johnny loves Star Wars. We can guess who pretends to tolerate but secretly loves Star Wars. Now, I could list these examples all day, but I think the point's been made. So what is love? Love is finding the person that makes you want to grow. The person who makes you want to be around them no matter what you're doing. The person you want to spend the rest of your life with no matter what. I can confidently say that Johnny and Dana have changed a lot since they've been together. But I'm glad to say that it's for the better. That is their mutual weirdness, their love. And that is what Johnny and Dana have shown each other every day that they've been together. And it's what they will continue to show each other for the rest of their lives. Johnny and Dana will mark their transition as a couple today, not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but also by celebrating the love between all of us, including the love of their parents, siblings, extended family, and closest friends. Without that love, today would be far less joyous. Anyway, you've heard enough of my thoughts for now, so why don't we get to the part we all care about, besides the alcohol and the party a bit later. Now, I would like to note here that Johnny and Dana have already exchanged their personal vows in a more private setting, so let's move on to me telling Johnny and Dana what to say. Do you, John Charles Freudinger, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love, adore, and encourage her? Share the good times and achievements, as well as hard times and disappointments, in sickness and in health, for richer or poor, for better, for worse, for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Do you, Dana von Braverman, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love, adore, and encourage him? Share the good times and achievements, as well as hard times and disappointments, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better, for worse, for as long as you both shall live. Sarah, may I please have the rings? A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have been joined together, and it represents your union. It is a symbol of infinity and your infinite love for each other. When you look at these rings in your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. Johnny, take Dana's ring. There you go. Johnny, place the ring on Dana's finger and repeat after me. Dana, with this ring,
Dana, with this ring,
we forge a new path
we forge a new path
on our adventure together.
on our adventure together.
Let it always be a reminder of my promises to you
Let it always be a reminder of my promises to you
and the unwavering bond between us.
and the unwavering bond between us.
I love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
I love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Dana, please take Johnny's ring. And now, Dana, as you have, keep the ring placed upon Johnny's finger and repeat after me. Johnny, with this ring,
Johnny, with this ring,
we forge a new path
we forge a new path
on our adventure together.
on our adventure together.
Let it always be a reminder of my promises to you
Let it always be a reminder of my promises to you
and the unwavering bond between us.
and the unwavering bond between us.
I love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
I love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Johnny and Dana, you have come here today in the presence of family and friends to be joined in marriage. With this ring exchange, you have declared your love and commitment to each other. By the power of your love and commitment to each other, and the authority vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. For the first time, I present you all the services. members please stay behind for pictures? Everybody else you may go.
Good evening, everyone. Hi. My name is Natalie, and I want to thank you all for helping us celebrate Dana and Johnny's big day. It's really special for me to be standing up here tonight because I think about who Dana and I were as young girls and how much we've grown, now both being married and starting the next chapter in our lives. And as much as Dana and I have grown and watched each other navigate different phases, one thing hasn't changed. Dana has always known exactly who she is, what she wants, and how to make it happen. This quality of hers plays into everything that she does, and it's something I've always admired about her. I quickly learned this about Dana when we first met in 6th grade. We shared a few classes together, and as I was getting to know her, I realized how much alike we were. And I said to myself, I can't tell if this is a good thing or a bad thing. We're either going to be best friends or she's going to be my competition for the next few years. Little did I know what the future had in store for us. She soon became one of my best friends, and we went on to share just about everything together, from playing clarinet in middle school band, field hockey, navigating high school, being co-captains of our color guard team, and so on and so on. We participated in as many extracurricular activities as we could handle. And we've always bonded so easily. We were always on the same wavelength. Since we also happen to kind of look alike, people started calling us twins. And at one point, our parents even started confusing us. They were accidentally filming each other's daughter during our school performances. Even better, Dana and I were so proud of each other when we went almost an entire school year convincing our art class that we were actually related. I think we're always going to be in sync, and no matter how much time has passed, we always pick up right where we left off. I'm very grateful for this friendship and to call you my sister. And with that being said, I would also like to share my first impression of Johnny. Dana and I had gotten together over winter break, and she was telling me about a few friends she had met that semester. One friend in particular kept coming up more frequently in conversation. And so we were catching up, and she just would not stop talking about Johnny. And I was like, what's the deal with this guy? Is there something going on between you two? If you're not already dating, I'm 99% sure this is going to happen. But Dana just kept playing it off. And I was like, well, I at least need to see what Johnny looks like. So while I wish I could have met Johnny in person, it was very fun for Dana to let me just scroll through all of his Facebook and Instagram pictures. And ask as many interrogating questions as possible. And after letting me stalk all of your social media, she was like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know why you're asking me, you're clearly crazy about him, but all I could take away was that his ears were pierced. But it only took one time finally meeting Johnny in person to see what Dana sees. He's such a sweet and fun-loving guy. I'm so happy to found each other, and I always knew you would end up together. And for a girl who knows exactly what she wants and always has a game plan in life, it was very sweet to see Dana stopped in her tracks by Johnny and just watch her fall head over heels in love with him. And aside from Dana's family, my first impression wasn't the only one that mattered. My dad was also very eager to meet Johnny once he realized that they were also an official couple. It took a while, but one night he happened to run into Dana and Johnny at a football game and took it upon himself to also pull Johnny aside and have a man-to-man conversation. My dad felt the need to remind Johnny that Dana is very loved by everyone and is like another daughter to our family, and so he better take good care of her. I can't picture growing up without Dana, and I want to thank Jeff and Valerie for their continued love and support all these years. It means so much to me to share all these milestones with your family. And thank you, Johnny, for always taking care of Dana and loving her so dearly. I wish you guys a lifetime of happiness. Congratulations to you both. Here's to the bride and groom.
She always knows her place. She's got style, she's got face, she's a winner.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sure you've all heard enough of me tonight, so I'm probably just going to make this quick. But I'm already the officiator and the best man, and I have some cars to valet later. I'll be cleaning up after you, and so I just want to get this going. But in all seriousness, I am incredibly happy for Johnny and Dana. It's amazing that Johnny somehow ended up with the perfect woman for him. But looking back, it's kind of nuts how we got here. I first met Johnny in high school when I was a freshman, and he was a sophomore. It was a Jersey day, so we had a chance to get out of our god-awful uniforms. I was wearing this Minnesota Wild jersey, and he was wearing this Blackhawks jersey. I just see this pale kid come up to me who I've never met before. He just gets in my face and goes, oh, hey man, your team sucks. And the natural response was, I know. So from that point, our friendship, of course, blossomed into something beautiful. And at the beginning of our friendship, I kind of noticed something. Johnny doesn't stick with a lot of things. Johnny played a season of football, and that was it. Johnny played a season of basketball. That was it. Johnny played track for a season. Do you guys want to guess? That was it. Johnny went to his junior prom. He didn't go to his senior one. And I'll tell a little story about that one. Oh yeah. So as I just said, Johnny didn't skip his senior prom, much to every girl in our high school's dismay. And even though he skipped it, he wanted to have some fun with us. So Johnny decided to show up to our pre-prom pictures. Did Johnny wear a suit? No, I don't think he did. Instead, don't open that yet. Instead, Johnny showed up in a pair of gold short shorts with his pale legs just hanging out. And I can't forget his perfect matching white wife beater on top. It made for some great prom pictures, but it also made for some pretty great memories. And Johnny even wore those gold short shorts to a couple of track practices that I got to hear about. And he actually passed them down to me when he graduated. And I wore them before my track practices, and I passed it down to another generation of track people, and then another generation of track people, until the last guy ripped those pants. Now, to turn away from that story, since that time, Johnny has matured somewhat. No, I'm kidding, a lot. And that's in no small part to Dana. Dana, thank you for being the exact kind of person that Johnny needed. Someone who was smart, patient, and able to enjoy his antics as well. It's clear how much you need him. And it's even more clear that you're the most important thing that he will always stick with. Before I go, though, Johnny, I would like you to know that while you share those short shorts with me for the sake of a joke, you brought me good luck and some good tan legs. So please open the bag I handed to you and show it to the crowd. I just wanted you to have those in time for your wedding night. Just a little bit extra.
Thank you.
But don't give those ones back to me. That being said, Johnny and Dana, I hope you continue to fill each other's lives with laughter and love. And I also hope you can look at those ridiculous shorts from time to time and just laugh. Because that's what it's all about. To the happy couple.
First, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us to celebrate Johnny and Dana. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Johnny's sister Mary. Dana, let me just say I'm so happy to finally have a sister that is not just Johnny with long hair. So, now I've got to know Dana over the years, and I can very easily say that there's no better person for my brother than you. Well, maybe except Drew, Keen the Tanner, but...
Same one.
So, from your love of all things nerdy, except Star Wars, don't worry, we'll change that, to your intense love of your cat Deku, to your patience, kindness, and understanding, you two are truly married in heaven. Dana and Johnny, if you could please humor us all, and take each other's hands, look into each other's eyes, revel in the fact that the person in front of you is going to love you unconditionally for the rest of your happy lives. Also remember that the person you're looking at is statistically the person most likely to murder you in your sleep. So keep that in mind when you guys eventually have a marital spat. All jokes aside, congratulations. I love you both very, very much. To Johnny and Dana.
Up next, Johnny's parents, Larry and Kathy. Come on up.
My fellow Americans. Just kidding. All right. So, many years ago, my wife Kathy taped an Ann Landers article up onto the refrigerator. And in that article, this old guy talked about the secrets to a happy marriage. And that secret, according to him, was that in his marriage, he made all the big decisions, and his wife made all the little decisions. Then he went on to explain that in 48 years of wedded bliss, nothing big had actually come up. So now, a century before that, Mark Twain had observed that history never repeats, but it does rhyme. And rhyming patterns become rhythms over time, and the reason we're here today is to celebrate that rhyme and rhythm of life that we call marriage. Or, to quote the clergyman in The Princess Bride, marriage! Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. John and Dana, welcome to the dream within a dream. You guys are a member of a club now. The club of people who make that leap and commit to a lifetime of mutual dependence. At the beginning, marriage can be quite scary. It's filled with unknowns and uncertainties, like should the toilet paper roll off the top or the bottom of the roll? So, but don't worry. As the months and then the years and then slowly the decades click by, many of those unknowns become knowns. The decisions get easier to manage. Some days, the rhythm of marriage is blissful, it's joyous, it's soothing. Other days, well, it's just irritating. But you practice. You practice the give and take. You practice the balancing of strengths and weaknesses. You learn to deal with each other's imperfections and idiosyncrasies. It's like deposits and withdrawals in a checking account, and the balance of that, the value of that account grows as the balance grows. You make plans, you pursue goals together, targeting control over your own happiness. And if all goes well, you also learn the value that gratitude plays in finding that happiness. This, I see it, summarizes the rhythm of a marriage. The gratitude, the give and take, the commitment, and the effort to make the best possible decisions over time. Now, my kids know well my philosophy of life, that the value of the quality of our lives is driven by the quality of the decisions that we make. And today, we witnessed two very big decisions, one by Dana, one by John, both declared with that assertive, I do. So now, the math teacher, Dana, and the software engineer, Johnny, are setting off on their journey together. And as a parent, I could not be more proud of what they're doing, and I can't help but think about all the millions of the decisions that came up to bring us all here today for this celebration. So, my fellow Americans, please join Kathy and I in congratulating John and Dana. We wish you guys only the best that life has to offer as the rhythm of your efforts score the symphony of your life together. Have fun, do good things for each other, and do good things for the folks around you. Cheers. Love you guys.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Jeff Braverman, father of the bride. On behalf of my beautiful wife, Valerie, and myself, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming to share in one of the most important days in Johnny and Dana's lives. I would also like to acknowledge Kathy and Larry Freudinger, father and mother of the groom, and would like you both to know we are so happy to welcome Johnny into our family, and will show him all the kindness, respect, and love that you have shown Dana over the past few years. We would like to thank you again for a wonderful rehearsal dinner last night. We had a great time. Okay, here we go. It is a tradition for the father of the bride to offer words of wisdom to the newlyweds. Maybe some advice on how to navigate a long, successful marriage, and to propose a toast. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. But first, Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Here we go. I would like nothing more than to stand up here for a few minutes and make fun of you. But I've got nothing. I mean, I tried so hard to dig up dirt on you. I ran background checks, I searched databases, and even looked up America's Most Wanted, and he was not there. I still got nothing. You are truly a good man. I would like to share some of my first impressions of Johnny. Most fathers of daughters do not like boyfriends. Okay, where did I go? I'm reading so I don't go off script here. Oh, but I could tell that Johnny was different. So I figured I had to give him a chance. Johnny is an outstanding young man with a kind and generous soul. He is hardworking and seems to have real goals. He is very confident in his character. You might even say the force is strong with this one. Certainly, we have our differences. Johnny loves Star Wars. I love Star Trek. Hey, Captain Captain Kirk is going up in space, baby. Yeah, let's see Luke Skywalker do that. Okay, anyway. Johnny loves everything Marvel, and I love everything Beatles. I had to work Beatles into there somehow, too. He loves hockey and the Blackhawks, and I love baseball and the Dodgers. Now, I must admit, he has made a real effort to open up his heart to the Dodgers. All I've ever opened up to the Blackhawks is another beer because Johnny has taken over our TV set again with another hockey game. Okay, take that page, huh? Okay. I really can't think of any flaws, and I promise I tried. Except recently Dana and I were making a sandwich and it happened to come up that you don't like pickles. And us Bravermans love our pickles. If that's his only flaw, I still say he scores pretty darn high. So despite our small differences, we have one very important thing in common. We both love Dana, all of us. We love Dana. I say this for Valerie and I, Dana is our baby and will always be our baby. I'm going to tell you firsthand, you've got yourself an incredible, beautiful girl. She is wonderful in so many ways. And I can say this with certainty because I was there when Valerie raised her. Where am I? Okay, all kidding aside, there is nothing more important in life than for parents to feel comfortable in knowing that their kids have found a good person to share the rest of their lives with. Johnny, Valerie, and I believe you are that person for Dana. And Valerie, Brett, Todd, and myself happily welcome you into our family. Dana, okay, this is going to be the hard part. I remember the day we brought you home from the hospital. Your brothers made signs that said, "Welcome home, baby Dana," and we hung them on the garage. Brett seemed very confused and couldn't seem to understand why you couldn't read them. Todd was very caring and wanted to make sure you were happy and comfortable in your new home. He even gave you one of his favorite Beanie Babies. They were both so excited to have you in the family until they heard you cry and saw your first dirty diaper, then they headed for the hills. Through all of your schooling, your extracurricular activities, your sports and color guard, you always excelled. You were smart, playful, inquisitive, and loved to see projects through. You were well organized, a planner, and always made smart, educated choices. We always had the confidence that whatever you put your mind to, you would achieve. Mom and I have very fond memories of watching you grow up. Looking back, it seems like we closed our eyes but for a second, and suddenly a woman stood where a little girl once stood. We may not carry you in our arms anymore, but we will always carry you in our hearts. You have made us laugh, you have made us cry, you have cheered us up, you have kept us on our toes, and at times you have driven us crazy. Lastly, you have given us so many reasons to be proud of the woman that you have become, but the proudest moment for us is telling everyone that you are our daughter. She's our daughter. Okay, we're almost there. Here are the words of wisdom I would like to impart on the two of you. Marriage is about two families coming together. It is about sharing traditions and sharing your HBO and Disney Plus. I've been in this marriage gig for quite a while, 36 years to be exact. And I've learned that marriage is a relationship where one person is always right and the other person is the husband. Okay, I'm joking, okay. Marriage is not just about marrying the right person, it is also about being the right partner. Love is not perfect, it isn't a fairy tale or a storybook, and it does not come easily. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go. It is a short word, easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. Love is work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, every second is worth it because the two of you do it together. So here is the toast, everybody. Raise your glasses. To Johnny and Dana, may there always be laughter to kiss your lips, beauty for your eyes to see, sunsets to warm your hearts, smiles when sadness intrudes, hugs when your spirit sag, comforts on difficult days, confidence when you doubt, patience to accept the truth, courage to know yourselves, and love to complete your lives. Remember, the force will always be with you. And Dana's grandpa Ted, if he were here, would say, may your rocks along the path always turn into flowers. Cheers, everybody.
Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny and Dana.
Thank you very much. We know how much you all want to get to dancing, so we're going to keep this very, very short. Thank you all for coming. It means so much that we could celebrate our special day with all of you, our family, our friends. It really wouldn't be the same without all of you here. Thank you to our wonderful parents for the beautiful wedding and helping us bring it all together with only a few bumps in the road. We love you all so much, and yeah, let's get this party started. Thank you. Cheers.
Be friends. That's very important.
Laugh a lot.
Laugh a lot. Don't take things too seriously. Life is too short. Enjoy the moment. Yeah, because it goes fast.
Yep.
And 36 years, we're still together. We've done okay, and we're happy, and we're proud of the both of them. And we know that they are going to do very well together because they're both great kids, and we're thrilled. Do you have anything else you want to say, hon?
Oh gosh, nope. We just think they're an amazing couple, and we're so excited for them.
And we love them both, and we welcome Johnny into the family, and we can't wait to hang out with them and watch the rest of their lives go by. Give me a kiss.
So we are not married, so we don't have a ton of marriage advice for you, but again, I think we are just looking for you all to have grandkids so we can be aunt and uncles sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Again, we're wishing you nothing but the best moving forward, and we can't wait to continue, again, having some minor family vacations with you both. Again, we know that you're a strong couple, and we know that this is going to last a lifetime for you, so again, we're just happy to be a part of that and happy to support you along the way.
Johnny and Dana, we love you. Tonight was amazing, and we can't wait to keep celebrating you and wish you the best lifetime of happiness.
Well, Larry already spoke during the speech, so he already gave his advice, but mine would be to always keep your sense of humor, even when things get tough, because things will get tough. I mean, you can overcome them, but just keep a sense of humor and keep your eye on the prize. And they always say, never go to bed mad. And I say, yeah, that's not going to happen in a long marriage. So, but you got to look forward, move on, and then keep your eye on the prize, and things will pass by. So take the ups and the downs and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
So far, it's worked for us. We've been happily married for 35 years. No, 32. We've been married for 35, but 3 of them are kind of sketchy. So you can do it.
That's right. And remember, Johnny, as long as you don't believe your own BS, you'll do just fine.
Hi, Johnny, we love you. And you still owe me $20.
I would say my biggest advice is when you ask a question, really listen to the answer.
And Dana and Johnny, we wish you guys the best. We would love to, or just want to say, just always show each other love and always look out for each other's best interest and always put each other first.
And do you have any advice?
Thank you for the party.
Thanks for the party. Lots of fun.
Hi, Dana and Johnny. Congratulations. Advice for the bride and groom. I think always remember that you're on the same team, so never stop supporting each other.
And also always communicate with one another. And if you need anything, you can reach out to us.
Call us, beep us if you want to reach us.
And just always know that you guys got married for a reason. You love each other for a reason. Even through the toughest of times, you guys will always figure out how to work through it together as a team.
And we love you guys.
And we love you so much. And we love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we're going to go back to dancing to Taylor Swift.
So bye.
Bye.
Listen, Johnny, Dana, you guys, you know we love you guys. You guys are, it's just, you guys are pretty weird. And I think that's why it works. You guys like to read books. You guys like to do random ass stuff at home. We're here. We're having a great time. You guys have put on an awesome party here. Our advice to you is to just stay communicative, stay awesome, believe in God, and handle everything together. Be awesome with each other. Kean, what do you have to finish that?
Just be loyal, have fun, always stay together, always lean on each other. Drew, you got anything else?
All I can say is you guys are already doing a great job. It's hard to tell you to change anything, but it's already going so well. I've seen it from the beginning, and right from the start, you guys were clearly super into each other. And so when I turned into this, it wasn't a surprise to anybody else. So I don't think I can say anything else besides keep loving each other the way you do, and never forget to make each other laugh.
That's great. And Amen. Joe, back to you in the broadcast, Joe. We'll see you the second half.
Yeah. Remember that humor is important. I know both of you don't struggle with that. Remember when time is hard to make each other laugh, and that makes things a lot of the time better. And remember that I love you both very much, and I'm always available to cats at Deku.
Hi, Dana and Johnny. We are so happy to be here, and marriage is a wonderful adventure. No day is ever the same as before. What do you think?
And you're not just getting a wife, you're getting a lot more.
You're life coach.
You're getting a life coach who tells you things you need to know. You're getting a personal GPS that tells you not only where to go, but where to park, and how to drive, things like that. So you're going to get more than just a wife. You're going to get a lot more.
But we are so excited to be here for your special day, and we know you guys are going to have an amazing life So God bless you.
Yes, we're very happy for you and know you have an amazing life together. We're 30 years proof, and you guys will do the same.
I think it's really funny that they asked us to give them advice.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Pretty funny. Advice.
Come on.
Be nice to each other. Never go to bed angry.
Jeez, I don't know. This is so spur of the moment.
Go out to eat every once in a while. Date night. Date night, very important.
Okay, date night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we start this over? You want to start over a little fresh?
No, this is nice.
This is good.
This
You want
is
to wing
more,
it? Okay, well.
raw and honest.
All right, so date night. You got that.
Mhm.
You know, just well, obviously, really happy for you guys, but
So
but,
happy
but
for
do
you
just try to, I would say, yeah, share each other's passions if you can. You know, go on lots of trips, travel a lot. That's going to make you guys really happy, I'm sure.
Try new things together, but
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we both love traveling, and if you guys could get out there and do that too, I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. And that's a great way to just learn about each other and about the world and stuff. So that would be my number one advice, number one piece of advice.
That's a good one.
Okay. Anything else? I mean, obviously, we wish you both the best of luck
Yeah.
and everything, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully you guys are doing well. It's been a super fun night with everyone here. Made it through COVID, which hopefully is a thing of the past when you're watching this.
Please, please.
Yeah, but remember, I don't know.
To take everything with a grain of salt, take it in stride. They're not going to matter, you know, the little bad things not going to matter a little bit down the road. You laugh about it later. Try and laugh about it as soon as you can.
And remember how you felt in this moment.
Yes, not as hot and sweaty though, because oh my God, it is hot.
Yes.